Hi teachers, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to add a point, a percent grade deduction for each day that students are late on the assignment. From your gradebook view, you're going to be going up to this gear. And from the gear, I always have checked that the late policy here is automatically to apply a 0 for each missing assignment. Most people would want to have that already checked there, but I'm just letting you know, and this doesn't change for me. The next one that we are going to start moving to is to also check this, automatically apply to the deduction to a late submission. This will take a certain percent off. And so whatever the default is for you here, you're going to be changing it to 1% off per day. And the lowest possible grade is an 80. So it's going to take off 1% per day with the lowest grade percentage total being 80, meaning it will take off up to 20% if the student is very late. They can lose a max of 20%. And if they're several weeks late, they could still get up to an 80 in the course. Then you're going to hit apply settings, but I'm not going to currently save this, so I'm going to hit cancel for me. From there, you're going to see students in your gradebook that look like this, that are blue, meaning they've turned it in the assignment late. But if I toggle over this students like 18, you can see that it flips to 20. That means that the student received or a grade of 20 on this assignment, but Canvas auto deducted it to an 18 because of lateness. So let me show you what that looks like from this view. In this view here, it shows that I put in a grade of 20, Canvas auto put in a late penalty of -2 with a final grade of 18. So the way I had this as a practice penalty, it shows the number of days late, which it was less than 1 day. I want to show you that I could also come up here and select none. So if I feel like I want to remove a late penalty, say for a student in special education, say for a student that has a special circumstance, I can come up here and override this. I could also say, okay, if the student had 10 late days in here, I could remove a few of them if I wanted to. And of course, if I was to do that, I would always make a note below. Okay, the next thing is I want to show you what this looks like in SpeedGrader. So in SpeedGrader, you can also do this where it is going to show with the late up above. It will show late, the word late, how many days late it is, and then basically from there, it's going to show the penalties and my comment, and you can save all of that. So that's how you're going to be adding those. I also want to go back and show you what it looks like to add a special due date for a particular student. So to add a special due date, for a latecomer in your course, if I was going to go to this quiz, normally for changing due dates, you go under the edit button. From there, you have a due date assigned to everyone. Under this new policy, we're not going to have a lock date. These will need to all be removed for the teachers using this. That means that there's no grace period anymore and that the child can turn in an assignment at any point. They're just going to have points deducted off. So this is going to be cleared off with a lock date. You're just going to have the initial due date. However, say you have a student that's in an accident, gets a concussion or something like that. To add a due date for that student, I always come here and I write in the student's name. The student's name will pop up, and I'm not going to show you that for student privacy. I always, you can put in the new due date for that student if you want to, or you can just remove late penalties for that student from here, or in the Canvas Dropbox. If you have a student that's a latecomer that comes 6 weeks in to our program, usually their EF writes out a plan for how they're going to get their assignments done for the rest of the semester. So if that student's name was student then I would go and put in student here, and I would add their new due dates, and Canvas will not deduct those late penalties based off of the old due dates. They will hold student accountable to the due date that you put here. And then if a student goes beyond that, it will take off points for that child. So that's how you can add those due dates. I've also heard feedback from EFs that maybe some people don't know, that if you want to document that a student is late on work, if you change this due date up here, you're changing it for everyone. But if you want to change the due date just for this kid named student, then you can just keep hitting the add button to add new students infinitely to different deadlines that you create for them. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show you and how to use this function. Good luck on that.